So recently, I worked with a client of mine and came to the undeniable conclusion that if he puts this into action, he's going to make $1,500 per month per deal closed if he wants to. And I will explain that last bit as we go on into this video. But first, I want to show you part of the conversation that I had with him. I cannot show his face or give you his name because obviously this is something that he's going to present to be working on, and we don't want to jeopardize anything that he might do because there are a lot of copycats out there. So let me show you the conversation that we had. Okay, so this was towards the end of last month in May 2026, and I had given him a workflow that I use to help excavate or come up with the goal that somebody has out of their professional experience or just lived experience. So he did that, and at the end of it, you get a blueprint. Okay, so he did it, and I went through the blueprint and I asked him, what is your brutally honest take on the workflow and its output? That was the question that I gave him. And he responded later on. You can see the date now. When I asked him, it was on the 1st of June. And he responded, he said, I like it honestly. It addresses one's actual needs. The prompts are just on point and specific, user friendly as well. And that's the idea. It's not meant to be something that is meant you that makes you think about all these technicalities and all things. It's a workflow that you input in your data, your experience, the skills you have, and all these things. And then the workflow basically helps you to generate this report. This is the one that he was referring to, the one that he shared with me here. Okay, so he's into communications, and his goal is to make that much in 90 days when he starts, and this is the amount that he would make per month. Now, we look at who his clients are. This is what he's going to be offering the clients, and this is the workflow. And I want us to zero in here on the pricing tiers. If he locks in a client for $1,500 per month for 3 months, the question I have is how many does he want to lock in? It's all up to him. If he locks them for this delivery of 2,800 per month for 3 months, that's how much he's going to make. And the highest one, so on. And these are deliverables that he has been working on where he works. This has been his career, but now just turning it into a consultancy. And we go into how to get the clients coming to him or him going to the clients, the messaging, and we go into the activities that he needs to be doing. Okay, so he has this, and it is just now up to him to put it into action if he wants to. This is where the if he wants to comes in. So let me just go through this. What we did was to look at the invisible assets that he has in his career, in his experiences, okay, and worked to extract those into what we have here, okay. And then also, I want to bring it across to you, and I've been saying this in my past videos to say, for people who are professionals, you spend a lot of time doing things for this organization, this company, and they pay you to do that. That was the deal. But for one reason or another, it might be because you just feel like you're tired, you want to do something for yourself, or you can forecast and know, I want to retire by such a time, and so on. You need to be able to move away from earning a fixed salary and begin to earn with earnings that are beyond the salary. You know, salary comes in, it's the same one every month or however it is you get paid. But when you're doing something like this, the sky is really the limit. It depends on how many clients you get. And then there's also return clients that will come in. So the idea of the consulting services that I do, the coaching services that I do, is to package the gap. Knowing how to do the job is different from knowing how to package it for sale. You are a brand. Where you work, they hired you because you are the brand. There are deliverables you can give. So we need to package that and make it be a consulting service, a coaching service, or it might be even just be a product. It depends on what it is. Okay. So most professionals never start because they lack a standalone framework. And this is the framework that I'm giving you. So the solution is to extract the asset that you have as a professional. Depending on the kind of job, maybe you've signed some agreements not to do this kind of work elsewhere. We can also look at your lived experiences. So you can do something that is totally unrelated to what you do at your work, but something that brings you money, something you can do over the weekends or when you knock off and so on. So we're going to transform the years of your work into a scalable consulting product if that is applicable. And the strategic blueprint is this. First of all, we do the extraction so that you go out there and you are an asset that helps organizations or people to solve problems. Okay. Number two is that instead of pitching advice, we pitch a proprietary framework for business outcome. We are going out there to help our clients get outcomes. And number three, we'll set up a premium floor at 1,500 per month to ensure sustainable margins from day one. And this figure of 1,500 per month is based on the market out there. We go out and using AI, look at the real market data to say, if we're offering this service, how much should I be charging? And it gives us ranges and we make decisions. There's all validations that go on into there, very technical, AI related. But just know that it is real market data. So you're not overpricing, you're not underpricing yourself. Okay. So the power of premium pricing is that most freelancers compete on price. When you look at places like Upwork or Fiverr and places like that, those are the two that I can think of. People per hour is another one. You compete on price, and it's usually a race to the bottom. The cheapest one gets the job, and it's just not good at all. But the way we do it here is that we look at the outcome plus the certainty of that outcome divided by the time and the effort put into it. That's where we come up with premium pricing. Okay. So by solving high stake corporate problems, 1,500 becomes a rounding error for the client, but it's a life changing foundation for you. So the pillars of this business that he's going to do is going to be the number one is the audit. That's where we get the hidden assets. Then we package it into a standalone product that even when you aren't on the clock, it can still work. And then thirdly, move from the communication guys to the strategic partner to justify monthly premium retainers. This is what he's going to do if he wants. And if you get one client, it just goes like that. If you get the second deal, third deal, fourth deal, as you have seen already, that the 1,500 is the minimum. If his clients see the value of engaging with him here, it's better for him, it's better for the client. And here, better for him. Here, it's also better for the client. Okay. And then the missing link of why most people fail. My client had a blueprint but stopped at phase one. This is where we work to do all this. Okay, it's just part of it. Some of it I can't show here because if you show his shop and so on. The blueprint only works if you commit to pillar number three, this one, the pitch, because people have got to know you are out there. The pipeline generation. Having a great offer is useless if you don't have a system to show it to decision makers. That's just it. The asset mindset transitions from a laborer where you're selling hours, you're charging per hour, to an asset owner. You are selling results because people want results. People want their problem solved. Sustainable consulting requires a systematized outbound engine that runs independently of your delivery work. That's it. That's all that I was setting him up to do. So we have a 4 week launch roadmap. I did week one with him, and this is what generated this one. And then there's two where we build the framework and the pricing model and put it online. Number three is to set up the positioning engine. Well, are you going to use LinkedIn? Are you going to use YouTube? Are you going to use all these other platforms? That's what we look into. And then number four, you initiate the first outbound cycle. Okay. So that's what I did with him. It's up to him to put this into action. But phase one is done. If you are ready to start, you are saying, I really want to be able to make money for myself and or as a side hustle using the expertise you have. And it will depend on who you are. Then don't live your best years in the corporate loop. Let's extract your expertise and build your 1,500 blueprint today. Maybe for you it's more, maybe it's less, but you'll be able to make money. In my next video, I'm going to show you how somebody else that I've been working with is going to start with a 8,000, I think it is $8,000 per closed deal, all the way to about $35,000 or $45,000 for every deal closed, working over a number of weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. If you are ready, then book your discovery call. I'll put it in the description of this video below and in the first pinned comment. Let's talk and we'll see whether we're fit to be able to work together. And I just wanted to give you this case study of somebody who's actually done what it is that I've always been talking about on this channel. And hopefully you could be next. I'll see you in the next video. Peace to you.